Welcome to Chatterbox Quilts. I'm Kim Jamison Hurst. I had a question from one of the members in my private Facebook group. Heather wanted to know how to thread her Singer 201 sewing machine. So I have a Singer 201 as well, so I knew I could help her out. Now, one of the first things I want to say to you is when you have your vintage sewing machine, your owner's manual is essential to learning these types of things to do with it, of course. And I have a lot of different sewing machines and I get confused. How do I thread them? How do I put the bobbin in? How do things work on it? So what I've done is I go into the manuals and I take out the important, I shouldn't say I take out, I don't tear them or anything like that. I photocopy the important pages in the manual, which to me are how to thread the machine and how to insert the bobbin, how to wind the bobbin. So I have a binder and I've put that information in page protectors in the binder. So I would just go to the page for the 201, which I have here, and it tells me how to thread it, and I've also got how to wind the bobbin and how to put the bobbin in, which way the bobbin goes in. So when I want to know how to thread this machine, because I haven't worked on it for a while, and I tend to forget these things, I will go to my binder, open it up, and I read the instructions and follow what it tells me. One of the first things you want to remember is to lift up your presser foot when you're doing this. Also, you want to make sure you've got some thread on the machine and your needle inserted, of course. So for this particular machine, it tells you all the steps to go through, and they have diagrams too, so it makes it pretty easy to see it. So we could just get this machine threaded up, and I'll show you how to do that in just a second. So I've turned the machine around a little bit, so you're going to get a really good view of how I'm going to thread this up. So let's start. So referring to my book, really I can just look at the pictures here. That's very helpful. And you've got little guides here to go along. So you're going to go through the little hook at the top first. You're going to come down into the tension discs here, and at this point I hold the top thread and I hold my other thread because it's got to come up into this little thing, take up spring they call it. So it's got to come in there, so it's coming up over the top of this piece here and coming down. So when I pull it up like that, it automatically goes into that spring there. Then we're going to go up through the top, and you want to make sure that your take-up lever is all the way up. So if it isn't there already, you just want to make sure you move it up there and go through the hole there. Okay, then you're going to come down. There's a little hook on the front plate there. In through that. Another hook down at the bottom here, so you can kind of see how this is going to work. And then there's another one here just underneath where the needle's attaching there, if I can see it, to go in. There we go. And then the last thing, of course, is to get it into the needle. So to do that, you go from right to left. Now, I'm actually not going to put it in there because I'd have to be doing a lot of up-close squinting to do that right now. But again, it tells you which way it should go. So it tells you here right to left through the eye of the needle. So you need to make sure you get that done right. If you're having problems with your machine after you've threaded it and you're having problems with the stitch quality or it's not sewing properly, my suggestion is to take the thread off again and rethread it again. Okay, sometimes it jumps out of one of the little catches in here, can cause some issues. One other thing I should tell you is when you're taking the thread out of the machine, when you want to change thread and that type of thing, you shouldn't pull it back out of it. It's better to snip it, pull it all the way down through it, because that's the way the thread is meant to feed through the machine, is coming down that way. It's not meant to go back the other way. So it just helps to lessen any problems you might have through the tension discs or anything like that. So just snip it off, pull it out. Okay, so that's how you thread the 201. Again, having this binder is essential to me.